So, Jamie, I hear that, tell me a little bit about what happened last time. You discussed that you went with your husband, you were gonna go on a trip.
We actually went to San Diego
Oh, nice.
to visit some of his family members, and it went well.
Yeah,
I felt like we reconnected again, and it felt like old times, really, like when we first started dating.
what about it went well? Can you identify like maybe specific examples or incidents?
Actually, we went to a restaurant, he took me to a really nice restaurant, it was really romantic, and we forgot about all of our issues. And we just like, we were like so in the moment, everything just seemed fine.
Okay.
We discussed like what we needed to do tomorrow, like other fun activities to plan out. And we didn't discuss like any of the negative stuff as if it was all gone.
Nice, I'm glad to hear that. So you said that you were planning other things, other fun activities. What were some of those fun activities that you were thinking of?
Thinking about going kayaking, like snorkeling,
Mhm.
that was one, and just like taking a simple romantic walk, like holding hands and going with the flow of things. Observing the scenery, those, just the simple things, which we haven't had much time to do. We've been arguing so much, it's not getting along.
Something like kayaking, like you said, was that something that you guys used to do a lot before? Or something new?
Something new that we've never done, that I've really been wanting to do for a long time, and this is a good opportunity.
Okay, great. Well, the reason why I ask is because what we try to do here at the clinic is try to come up with a care coordination plan. Have you ever heard of what a care coordination plan is?
No.
No? So a care coordination plan is essentially something that we try to work with our clients to identify two goals or two objectives, where after therapy, our clients feel like, you know what, this is what worked, and we want to practice it so we feel that therapy continues to work after we're done with our sessions.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about that so far?
She just said he's not here with me, does that like, would it matter? I mean, do we need his input?
Eventually would be nice, but what we're going to try to work on today is develop kind of a draft of
Okay,
things, and next time we see you, we can have you all try to see if it's something that we all agree on.
perfect.
But we can
I
start
like
with
the
that.
idea, okay.
Okay, so your first objective, what do you think that would be? What would you like to accomplish?
Continue having fun and to have these experiences to reconnect.
Okay,
And then the other one,
so I'm sorry, but let's just focus on the first one. Okay, so you want to have fun, reconnect. How do you think you can accomplish that?
through setting up goals, like maybe planning activities throughout the month or daily of things that we could do.
Okay,
Because once we're doing that, we forget about everything else.
yeah. So, you know, life happens, there are lots of things that happens in our day-to-day, but maybe something that we can do is try to set aside like at least one day out of the week where you and your husband can do something together.
I agree.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Yeah.
Because if we try to do something like every day, then it's like, well, what happens if...
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, we work, so there's no time to.
Absolutely. And our goal here is not to get you guys frustrated, but to get you to feel like we're working towards something bigger.
Okay.
So maybe once a week, try to do an activity, right?
Yes, yes.
So what kind of activity what kind of activities would you like to?
I really
incorporate?
wanna do, like, learn how to dance and you, like, take dance lessons with him
Mhm.
to reconnect. So that's like one thing that's on the list. Go to movies more,
Okay,
to dinner, things like that.
okay. So maybe we can mix it up where maybe one week you try something that you've done before but you haven't had time to do in a while, and then maybe every other week you do something new, like take a dance class or go kayaking, or maybe something like hiking a new trail.
That has to, yeah, that would be a good one to
Yeah.
do.
Okay, excellent. So we have one objective now.
Okay.
What about your second objective? What else would you like to take away from this therapy experience?
Just to know if we're gonna work or not. Like, if I see improvement, we're obviously gonna stay, and if not, like, how to end up peacefully. break up, in other words.
Yeah.
It's looking like everything's going really good right now.
Excellent.
And,
Yeah, and that sounds wonderful that we want to have things work out, but what can we come up with something that's more concrete, something that we can like directly see, that we can say, aha, it is working out, you know what I mean?
maybe okay, what do you suggest?
So what we try to do with these objectives is we try to make them SMART. Currently I forget what the S stands for, but something that's measurable, something that's attainable, something that is reasonable,
Okay.
and something that's time-bound. Meaning that these objectives should be something that we can directly observe and see that, okay, because we're meeting these goals, we know that this is working in our favor,
Okay.
you know? So, going back to what you were saying, you want to see that things are improving between you and your husband. So what would be another objective that you think would give you that sense that this is working?
Well, I wanna have children with him and he wants to have children, so I wanna maybe get to that level. Make sure that we're good and stable, so we could get to that, because that's the ultimate goal for me. And I know that he wants it too.
Yeah. Okay.
But like you said, how do we get there?
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I was just talking with myself.
So, maybe something that you could potentially think about would be having discussions with friends and family that have children and just getting their perspectives on it.
I have an idea, maybe we can hang out with families more,
Okay.
or like reconnect with friends from our past that have families now and see like how that's going and how they do it and
Yeah.
what it entails to be a
Mhm.
parent.
And reconnecting with friends and people that you know that have families may be better than just reading about it, because you're getting
Right.
the feedback from people that you trust and you know.
Yes.
And maybe that would be a nice stepping stone to opening the conversation to, you know what, let's think more about maybe starting a family.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds great. So what we'll do is that by next week, we're going to have these objectives like written out on a form, and hopefully your husband can come by next time, and
I
then
hope
we'll,
so, well, yeah.
yeah, and we'll review them all together, the three of us, and if this is something that we can all agree on, you know, we'll go ahead and sign these forms, and we'll continue with our therapy.
Thank you.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So I'll see you next week.
later.
Okay.